Here we go, peeps. We are going to be solving what are called one-step subtraction equations. They look something like this. But before we get into the why does this work, I want to get into an even more basic principle, and it is called the addition property of equality. What it basically says is this. Let's say that we each have $9. So I have $9 and you have $9, and that means you and I have the same exact amount of money. And let's say that we each gain $5. So I'd add $5 to this side, you'd add $5 to this side. So we each gain $5. We would then expect to have the same exact amount of money after the $5 is added. And sure enough, 9 plus 5 is 14, which is equal to 9 plus 5, which is 14. And you might be saying, yeah, I get it. But here's the simplicity of it. If I add the same number to both sides of an equation, I will get an equation that is still equal, right? So that might seem very obvious when dealing with money, but then when we put it into a formal equation like this, sometimes people forget how simple the main idea is. So let's use that idea to solve this equation. This equation says some number m minus 8 is equal to 4. So how do we deal with some number m minus 8 equals 4? Well, you could do it mentally. You could look at that equation and say, what number, when I subtract 8 from it, gives me 4? Well, 12 minus 8 equals 4. So I know that 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So therefore, my answer of m equals 12 makes sense. That's using good solid mental math. But I want you to be able to solve this by undoing the operation that is being done to the variable. What operation is being done to m? We're subtracting 8. So how do I undo minus 8? What is the opposite, or what is called the inverse opposite operation of subtraction? Addition. So if I add 8 to minus 8, that will literally zero out the minus 8. But since this is an equation where I have one amount equal to another, I must then also add 8 to the other side to keep the equation balanced, to keep it equal. So whatever I do to the one side of the equation, I have to do to the other, which is exactly what we were talking about over here. So if I add 8 to both sides, let's see what happens. The minus 8 and the plus 8 zero out. We're left with m on the left side of the equation, and on the right side will be the result of doing 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. And of course you want to check to see if your answer is correct. So to check your answer, we go back to the original equation and we evaluate in for m. Remember, m is just an empty holding space called m. So I plug 12 in for m minus 8. And the question is it equal to 4? And the answer is, it certainly is, because 4 is equal to 4. Oh yeah, now you got the why of how to solve subtraction one-step equations.